God's day, God's evening. I pray everybody has had a blessed day today. God's day. But I pray everyone has had a blessed day today, that everything is going good for you, that you've been able to be successful and positive today, even being kind to somebody. Pray all is well. Everybody's been doing good, and also just being up in the positive atmosphere. That's what we try to push and put out there for others, not a lot of negativity. So we just try to be as positive, keep that atmosphere of positivity out as much as possible. Being more positive and being more, kind, helping somebody else out, throwing that out there. And also telling somebody about Jesus. We know that, He's the reason why we're still here. Things that we go through, He still watches over us and protect us. And we just want to continue to give Him all the praise and glory. It's not us. It's not about us. It's not about what we do. As far as we the reason because we woke ourselves up. No. It was Him that did it. And we just want to make sure we give Him all that credit. And He's the head of our lives. And He give us all the credit that He deserves. Because that's He's the reason why we're here. We didn't do it. I don't care what nobody say. It was my alarm clock. It wasn't me. I did that. Really? So we just have to make sure we study telling somebody, being a witness, telling others about Him and who He is. And you have been a living example of what He's able to do. We know He's able. Young lady was telling me today, we have a lot of long conversations about I forgot all what she said, but she was saying his response to her was the mistake God made. He doesn't make any mistakes. I don't care how you look at it, whatever you think. He never makes any bad mistakes. He doesn't make mistakes at all. He doesn't do that at all. So in order for somebody to say, well, the mistake God made, what mistake? No, He does not make mistakes. That's not what He does. No mistakes. You might think it is, but who are you to say that He made mistakes? He's not. He doesn't make mistakes. So we just have to be careful to give Him all the praise and glory that He deserves. Anyway, He does not make mistakes. He does it all in all, everything. This is my song. It's Pastor Key, but this is my song. I'm trying not to let that come up. But yeah, He does not make mistakes, and we just have to remember that and not allow. Oh, just gonna run lights today. Okay. That he's we remember that when somebody comes to, and don't let anyone doubt you or give you doubt about God and what He has done for you. That's a thing that you have to personally. I'm trying not to let that come up. If I turn it all the way down, I won't hear it. But not allow people to put that doubt in your mind on what he can do and what He's able to do. We easily influence. We talked about that today too. Me and my coworker. She's speaking Saturday at the 7-Up program at 2:00 at the New Freedom Chapel Missionary Baptist Church. Well, the great amazing pastor is Dwight Collins, Bishop Dwight Collins. Yeah, she was saying that how easily we are influenced by small things, by somebody just putting a little doubt in our minds about certain things, and we take it and we run with it, and we think that's just like the end. And that's our issue. We're influenced by the wrong thing. Instead of being influenced, you have the tools in front of you. You have all of these things in front of you that's telling you this is what God. You know what God can do. He has proven Himself over to you over and over again. And we just let one person come and put that little drop of doubt in our minds about God, And we accept that. We'll just be like, oh, you right, because he didn't give me that brand new car. You didn't need the brand new car. You wanted a brand new car. You didn't need it. So that put that doubt in there, and that'll stop us from going to church, because we didn't get that brand new car we've been praying about that we didn't need. Hi, my beautiful sister. I love you, and I pray you had a blessed birthday. I gave you a big shout out this morning on my first live. I gave you a big shout out. Y'all, I got to fix this little title thing that I have up there. I got to fix that. But I wanted to wish you a happy birthday on yesterday. Yay! And pray that you got everything that you wanted and needed. And I thank the Lord that he allowed you to make it another year. Millions didn't make it, but you was one of the ones that did. That got a chance to see your birthday a whole nother year. So yay! Y'all tell my sister happy birthday. Tell her happy birthday, and I pray you have many, 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 many more. And also to my niece Kanisha, pray that she had a blessed birthday on yesterday as well. They share a birthday, my sister and niece, which is a beautiful thing. Family, which is a beautiful thing. So I just want to wish y'all a happy birthday on yesterday. But yeah, we just can't allow anybody to put doubt in our minds about God. We already know what he can do, what he's able to do. And because he don't give you that material thing you didn't get, you know, you didn't get those material things you wanted, it does not mean he's still not God. He's still God, no matter how you look at it. He might not give you the answer when you want it or how you want it, but you still have to put your trust in him and not put no doubt in your mind about him. Because I think that's Melvin Crispell that sung that. So many people down there, but I can't live. I think that is him. I have to find that song. But people do doubt him, and you don't have to doubt him. He's able to do it, because he's not doing it at your timing or when you say or when you think it should be done. Don't believe that it can't be done, because it actually can. It can happen. It can actually be done. He's a way maker. He's the beginning and the end. He's Alpha and Omega. He's all in all. Kings of kings, lords of lords. He's everything. And we just can't doubt what he can do, because he's able to do exceedingly and abundantly more than what you can ever ask or imagine. He can do that. But we just have to keep that strong faith and know that he can and he will. He's gonna make it out all right. Come on, Pastor Key again. He's gonna make it out all right. But we can't doubt him. We can't let anybody else put that doubt in our minds on who he is and what kind of God we serve. I asked the question earlier. For those that didn't see when I went live earlier, I asked the question earlier: why is it okay for us to eat together, break bread together, to hang out, to go to family reunions or go to funerals and do all these things, but when it comes down to church, because we go to a different denomination church, we can't worship together. So I asked that question earlier. I had a couple people that responded, and it's just like, that's not the way it should be. We're after one goal, and our common goal is to serve God, is to see him for ourselves, to make it to heaven. So I think that was Pastor Roosevelt Johnson was saying, one God. Hey, how are you? One God. God say, one God, one body. We should be all on one accord. So it shouldn't be broken down into a denomination where it's okay for us to eat together and fellowship together when we're on the outside of the church, but when we go inside of the church, where we should all be worshiping the same God together. That's where the problem lies. We can't worship with you because you're Baptist. We can't worship with you because you're a Church of God in Christ. We can't worship with you because you go to an apostolic church, or I can't worship with you because you go to a Pentecostal church. And it shouldn't be like that. We should be able to worship together no matter what. If we're serving the same God. I can understand if we're serving something totally different, an idol God, somebody that don't even matter, then I get us saying, we shouldn't be able, but that's my question. I asked the question earlier, why is it okay? God's Day, for those that just joined, I'll see it in a second. Hey lady, how are you? Hey Keyshawn, how are you? God's Day. D, God's Day. Why is it okay? Let me see. So that was my question. Why is it okay for us to go eat together, hang out together, do all these other things together, when it's time to worship God together, we have to separate ourselves because of a denomination? And that's why that was my question I had earlier. I don't know, it just popped up. We started talking about other stuff, keeping the families that have been affected by the El Paso shooting, the one in Daytona, and then the other one with the festival or whatever. And I think it was one today in Louisiana or whatever. But we're just keeping all those families in prayer that have been affected by these different situations, that the senseless killings or whatever. And we're just keeping all these families in prayer. But that was my question earlier, was, so how can we do everything else together besides worship God together? And a denomination is what's separating us from worshiping God together. What I liked about when we did our First Lady 7-Up program back in January, we had let me see, it was a non-denomination church, it was a holiness church, it was a Church of God in Christ, it was Baptist. I think we have 4 or 5 different denominations that was involved, but it didn't seem like it. Everybody was just after the one common goal. Let's get the word of God pushed off, or the word of God spread it out among his people. It wasn't about what church you go to, because nobody cared about that. When I tell y'all, I'm gonna find that video again, and I'm gonna share that video again. I believe it was January 12th of this year, when we did our First Lady 7-Up program. It was amazing, because nobody looked at what type of church. It was no hard feelings. It was nothing that was about the denomination that you're in. It gets dark outside quick, you hear me? It was never about the denomination church that you went to. It went by God. Like, God was definitely in the building. He was definitely there. And everybody praised God like it was their last time. It was just like, they was just like high-fiving off into the next. We just passing it on to the other one. And that's the way it should be. Worship God together. If we not serving no idol God, I'm not worshiping my car, I'm not worshiping my house, or I'm not worshiping any of these things. I'm worshiping God. And that's our common goal, is to worship God. Not to look and see what somebody has on, not to see what color somebody's hair is, not to see who they coming in with on their arms or anything like that. It's about worshiping God. That's our common goal, is to make sure that we're making it to him and not worried about the other people around us, our surroundings, all these extra things that don't even matter, because that's not going to help us make it to heaven. So why do we worry about those kind of things? So me and my husband, we always have little side conversations about little different things, and sometimes it's just like, you know what, it makes you look at it on a different, makes you look at it differently. Hey sister in love, how are you guys today? Making you look at it differently. So yeah, that was my question earlier, was to find out, why is it okay for us to do other things together besides worship God together because of a denomination? And I think that holds us back from a whole lot of stuff. You're just like, oh, I want to go in, but it holds you back because folks are still, and I know it's probably something, I can't even say probably, I don't know what it is, but a lot of times people hold back because it just say, because this is the denomination you under, I can't worship God with you, but I can go and eat with you. We can go to Cheddar's, we can go sit down, and we can go to IHOP, or we can go and let our kids go to the park, or we can why is that okay? But it's not okay for us to worship God. That has always been at the top, and it's been, and once, like with the position that I'm in now, once we started doing that, I thought it was going to be different once we got with another church. And it's just like, no, we don't look at that. They was like, oh no, y'all have church like we have church. Matter of fact, it was God's house, but I was just going to say it, Bishop Smith, because they're a holiness church, and I just thought maybe they just gonna be kind of like, oh, they Baptist. So, and the story behind all that, you just be like, oh my gosh, like, but we have church like regular, like everybody else, and folks be like, I even had a friend of mine even say, y'all have church like holiness people, and I'm just like, yeah, because that's what we do. It does not, because we're serving God. That's my main goal, is because we're serving him. We're not worried about who's looking, what's your background, where you come from. If you're not worshiping an idol God, your goal is to see Jesus for yourself, is to worship him, have God in front of you. He's the head of your life. That's what your goal is, as to mine. Then that's what we're doing. We worshiping God. We ain't looking at what's behind the beginning of the what's behind the name of your church. We don't care about none of that. Let's go to church. We play tamarines. We do all that. I told y'all I'm so tired from Sunday. I don't know what to do. I'm still trying to revive myself from Sunday, because we had some church Sunday morning. It was just like, good Lord, I am tired. And then I just ended it on off with when we went to our second service down there off at a Good Tree. When we went down there, it was just like, listen, I was trying to get my thoughts in my brain together from this morning, but listen, here we go again. Let's go on with round 2. But I'm giving God my best praise. I'm giving him everything that I got, all the energy that I have, just a little bit, whatever it is. I got it. And my body's still sore from Sunday. My body is still sore, but I'm giving him all the praise that I have. I'm giving him everything. Hey, Andrews. Hey, Pastor Redmond. I'm stopping, y'all. Hey, Lynn. I'm just now looking. I'm at the stop sign, so I'm just now looking. Guys Day. Come on, bucking for Jesus. Come on, bucking for Jesus. Listen, when I tell you, when we left Doobie, I was so tired I couldn't even walk them. I said, you know what? I don't change shoes like that. I told my daughter, I said, go to the car and get my shoes. I'm gonna have to change before I even get to the car, but it was well worth it. If I'm doing something like that, because I'm not one of them ones that go and exercise and do all this extra. I'm not saying it's extra. It's just that I don't do all that. But not knocking those that do. Just saying. But I felt it. Monday morning, I was just like Friday, not even Monday morning. Sunday night, I was just like, oh my gosh, my body is really, really sore. But we had some church. It was all for God. Like I talked, because we have our little theme thing that we do. And I looked at Reverend Brown. He was like, I said, my heart beating so fast. And I said, I'm so tired. I'm so tired. He talking about what? I said, but it's all for God, though. I'm doing this all for him. It's not like I'm doing this for the now. If you're doing it for something else, then okay. But it was well worth what I was doing, because it was for God. And that's all I'm saying. We don't have to set aside because the denominations are different. As my bishop had talked about on Sunday, he said we got enough religion. And we do enough religious things. We religiously go to church on Sundays. We religiously go to church on Wednesday nights, or whatever your church times are. You religiously go to work. All those things. The Lord don't need no more religion. We don't need to keep doing that. Putting religion out on it. That's religion. That's our religion. That's our religion. We need relationship. What is your relationship with him? What is your relationship? Are you close to him? Do you know who he is? Do you know who woke you up this morning? Do you know who started you on your way? Do you know who gave you all the activities of your limb? Do you know who did the things for you that you have right now, the material things that you have? Who blessed you with those things? I told y'all when Washington Dickens said some years ago, I was on my way to work and I heard him on his praise break one morning, and he was talking about I thank the Lord for paper plates. That's a blessing, because listen, when I was at Wingstop earlier today and I ate that, and I'm not a fan of their fries, but when I ate that one French fry, I was grateful for God that he made potatoes to make that one French fry for me, because it blessed my entire soul today. Listen, I'm just saying, little things like that we take for granted. You just like, if he didn't make these potatoes, he didn't put potato, he didn't create that, I wouldn't even have this fry. It's just small things. It might be funny, whatever, but you think about things like that we take for granted. Just small things, smidget of things that's just a blessing to our soul. You just like, Lord, if I was in jail or something, I wouldn't even be able to taste this fry. Like, it's a blessing just to be on the outside, being able to just do your own thing. Nobody have to tell you you go to sleep and wake up, and just small things that we just have to be grateful for. And we're just not grateful for small things. We take all that for granted, and we We just, like, the Lord just got to do these things for us. He does not have to do these things for us. Guys, Day, how are you? First lady, how are you? You know I'm gonna have to get you. I'm gonna have to get you for something. I got to get you for something. You know, I have to, when I see stuff, I just be like, I'm gonna have to work. I'm gonna have to get you for something. I mean, speaking, that's not like, you know, I'm gonna have to get you for something. Y'all, if y'all could tell me how to make this bright on this side, please tell me, because I don't really do this in the evening time, so I can't really, you know, I can't see what y'all saying right now. But yeah, we just take small things for granted, and I just want us to just think about the small things that means a lot. I know I can't ride with this light on, because that's gonna cause other issues, but y'all can hear me, and I'm already dark, so pray for me here. But we just have to stop taking small things for granted. Like I said, the small things that we see, we don't see how much it is a blessing just to be out, being free to do any of the, because some people, like on Saturday, with that situation that happened on Saturday or over the weekend with those situations, and I'm just gonna take the one that was in El Paso. Them people didn't realize when I walk in here, I'm not walking back out. They didn't even realize that was gonna happen. And we can take life for granted just so quick in a blink of an eye because of just because we feel like we're gonna always be here, like the Lord is gonna always do. He's gonna always and I told y'all a long time ago, a lot of stuff happened now for a reason. Like he's trying to get our attention, and as a whole, we go through something. We still on petty stuff. We still on things that don't even mean us no good. We always involved in stuff that we don't even need to be involved in. But we insert ourselves in things that don't even matter. And then when it's too late, it's I woulda, shoulda, coulda, and we should have already not involved ourselves. You don't have to put your name in everything. You don't have to be like I told y'all before, you don't have to share every picture. You don't have to like everything. You don't have to be a part of everything. Your name don't have to always be called. But we just have to be so grateful for the little bitty things that he's already blessing us with. Hey, lady, God say that he's already blessing us with, and we don't even have to take those things for granted. I told y'all, I know it might be comical or whatever, but they fried from Wingstop today. I don't even like they fries. I don't care for they fries. But today, that one fry blessed my entire soul. And I'm just like, I'm grateful for the potatoes that the Lord has created for me to eat this one fry. But I'm just saying, things we take for paper plates, that means you ain't got to wash these extra dishes. You know, just little stuff like that. He's just studied creating it. He studied allowing us to just be grateful for just little small things that we just take for granted. You know, your car might not be full, because mine's not completely full right now, but I'm still rolling. It's still good. The gas light ain't on. I still got gas. But I'm just saying, grateful for small things, because a lot of people don't have gas. They don't know if they're going to make it home from work because they don't have any gas. They don't know where their money is coming from. They don't know where their next meal is coming from. It's just little things we have to be grateful for, because some people are just living totally different from you. So when you sit up here crying about somebody not liking us, or our hair didn't lay down right, or our face is not looking the way we want it to look today, think about somebody else that just can't even touch their face. Think about somebody else that can't even move any of their activities of their limbs. They can't do anything because of a situation that has happened to them. But we take those little things for granted. You're able to touch and to feel your own skin, to just have skin on your body, just to be able just to touch. I'm just saying, just small things like that we take for granted. And then we got someone's Janira. Hey girl, God's Day. I miss you and the babies. But we take those little small things for granted, and I just want us to just not take those things for granted, because we could have been caught up in so many different situations. That could have been us. This young man passed by how many Walmarts from Dallas to El Paso? How many Walmarts did he pass by? How many stores? How many restaurants? How many places that he could have did that to? And he passed by. I will have to call. I'm gonna have to return that call later. But he has passed all those places that we could have been a part of, that we could have got caught up in. Hey girl, how are you? Small world. I'll tell you about it later. Your sister, I know she work with my husband. Let me just say that. Small world. Anyway, just the small things that we take for granted. We could have been caught up in so many different things. We could have been caught up in that situation. Not saying that it was okay for him to go where he did and do that to those people, but that could have been us. Like they said, I mean, he left from Dallas or Frisco or Plano, wherever he left from, and he drove all those miles away to go there and do that. And he could have done it right in the city, right within us. But we grateful that he didn't even allow that. So that's what I'm saying. This petty stuff that he could have took your life right then. You didn't get a chance. Somebody you was arguing with Saturday morning. Somebody done lost their life Saturday. I'm just saying, these are things we have to think about, that you don't even have to just hold on to this little petty stuff that people bring your way. They just, let that stuff go. Apologize, forgive, move on. I'm not saying you're going to have to forget, but learn to let these things go that don't mean us any good, and we just move away from it, because we hold on to this stuff. Your life can be taken in the blink of an eye, or somebody else's life that you've been arguing with could be taken in the blink of an eye, and then what do you have? You don't have that opportunity to tell that person, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I didn't mean to say that. I didn't mean to do that. I do apologize. You don't get a chance to do that anymore, because we're bickering over nothing. It's just be nothing. Just like, really? Like, really? And we bickering over stuff that's just like, okay, so who really, when you look at the big picture, who's really paying attention to that? Who's really looking at that? Does that even matter? How is that going to make me get to heaven? By me going back and forth with you about that? All this extra breath that I'm putting into, there go my boy, hey Jonathan, guys, say this extra stuff, this extra words that I'm putting into stuff that don't mean me no good. I could be doing something positive. I could be helping somebody else out. I could be sponsoring a kid. I could be helping the elderly. I could be cleaning up. I could be doing something else that is positive, that be better for me and mine. But instead, we on the phone, we texting, we screenshotting. Listen, whoever invented this screenshotting should be paid. You listen, because it's so. Listen, y'all gonna have to make me show me how to make this light, make it lighter, because I'm already dark and it's dark outside. I'm gonna reach out comments in a second, but I'm still here. Hey, lady, guys, say how are you? Jonathan, I apologize for Friday. I didn't get back on here. I was so busy Friday. Listen, I was tired and busy Friday. But we gonna have to do that. But yeah, we get caught up behind stuff that don't mean us any good. We get caught up in this petty stuff, and we don't get a chance to say, I'm sorry. I please forgive me. Like I said, this young boy this young man, whoever he was, left from one end of the state to another, and he could have done that right where he lived at, right in the area. He had so many places he passed by, but the Lord spared our lives, and we didn't get involved in none of that stuff or anything. So we have to pray for the families that are affected by that. But what I'm saying is, whatever those people went through, they thought they was coming back out to their cars. They thought they was coming back out to their families, but they didn't, and they're gone. What I'm saying is, our lives can be taken so quick, in a blink of an eye, and we dwell on small things that don't even matter, on petty stuff that doesn't even mean us no good, and we just so caught up behind it. You just like, I got to be the one, I'm gonna get you back, and I got to get revenge. Let the Lord take care of that revenge. I tell you, when the Lord take care of that revenge, it's way sweeter than what you was gonna do, because you trying to get at that one or two people, and he can get at them and expose them to the world. You can't do what God can do. He got it. Pray about it, leave it with him, and let it go. Once you let that thing go, I promise you, the Lord will do more than what you just pray about. Leave it alone. He will expose those that are not what they would. Those that hurt you, you want to call it karma, you want to call it revenge, you getting back at somebody, whatever you want to call it. He will get back at you. He will get back at them. And you trying to just hurt that one or two people, he can hurt the entire family. He can hurt everybody. He can hurt friends, family, business, whatever beyond. He can hurt everybody. But why do you meddle in it? Don't meddle in what the Lord has already got. He already got his hands over it. He can do more with it, like he can with your tithing. He can do more with that your 10% than you can with that 90. I promise you he can. Try it. I promise you he can. Those little things like that, we have to stop allowing the devil to use us, to let people put doubt in our minds about other people, let people put doubt in our minds about God, let people put doubt in our minds about church, let people put doubt in our minds about anybody. You don't allow anybody come to you about your pastor, your church. You don't let anybody come to you about anything that's dealing with, you already know what's right. Don't let nobody do that. You can't do that to people. And if you allow somebody to influence you and pull you away from church, your mind, where's your mind at? Your mindset wasn't really there 100%. If you let somebody come in and put some doubt in your mind about some people that have already done the best for you, or done helped you, or done supported you, or have always had your back, then where was your mind at from the jump? Were you there 100% anyway? Were you for that person 100% anyway? I'm just saying. This is just stuff that's just popping up in my head. All I'm saying is, y'all, we got to let these petty things go. We got to let these things that don't mean us any good, the things that are hurtful to us, that are not better for us, that's not going to help us make it to heaven, we're going to have to let those things go. Oh, you're welcome. I don't know what I said. Okay. I'm just trying to read this before I move on. But yeah, I know, as long as y'all can hear me, that's good. If the sound go out, just let me know. Because I know I can't ride with the lights on. I knew I couldn't do that. Thank you. But I knew I couldn't do that. I couldn't ride with them lights on. And I know it's something on here, but I ain't got time to figure it out. But like I said, I don't normally do this at night, so in the evening time like this. But I just wanted to tell y'all that the stuff that we just take a small situation, all it takes is a phone call and just hey, let's rectify this situation, because it's too much happening. It's too much happening in this world, and I don't want nothing to happen to you or me behind this situation. I've done everything right. I've been serving God. I've been paying my tithe, and I've been giving my offering. I've been supporting my church. I've been there 100%. I've done all this, and I'm gonna let this little one petty thing stop me from making it to heaven. It's not even worth it. It's not even worth it. We have to learn how to just let things go. I have gotten to a point where it's just like, oh, okay. I don't let little things bother me anymore. I don't, because like I told y'all a long time ago, that stress. You can stress out. You can have a heart attack. You can be in the hospital. Why am I going to be in the hospital and stressed out about something? I can't change nobody. I can't make nobody do anything. If they don't want to do it, what you do? Let it go. Oh, okay, that's fine. And you move on. You cannot dwell on stuff you cannot change. You cannot let that be the top of your goal, is to try to change somebody and get back at somebody and try to take advantage of somebody. We have to let those things go. Those things mean us no good, and we have to put forth a positive effort to just teach, and especially because our kids, they are so hurt behind whatever they ready to go off and be explosive to any and everything. You ask them one question, they rolling their eyes. These girls, they rolling their eyes, and they got these attitudes. And y'all know I'm not saying it is in no particular person or anything like that. I'm just saying, when you go to these fast food restaurants, these phones in their hand, and they trying to check you out, but they mad at whoever on the phone, so you got caught up in them being mad on the phone, and you just like, baby, what's wrong? And they got an attitude, and you just like, why so much attitude with teenagers? Like, what's the problem? What is the deal? And I know they go through so much. I'm not knocking that, because I know children go through so much. God's Day, how are you, Aunqunic? Guys, you can't see my paparazzi necklace, but I have it on today. You can't see it because it's dark outside, but I have on one of my paparazzi necklaces. Y'all get at Aunqunic. She's a paparazzi consultant. Please get at Aunqunic Braxton Morgan. She's a great paparazzi consultant. But we have so many children that just have so many attitudes, in us, when we keeping all this bickering stuff, if they see that stuff at home, you know they're going to bring it out. If they see that stuff at home, they're going to try to react the same way. And I know a lot of times, because I even had this conversation, I told you with my daughter before, and she got into it with a boy at school last year, the early part of the school year, and I said, he not even mad at you. It's something going on at home that caused him to get that upset with you, because y'all never had that problem before. And she was like, yeah, mama, I think that. I said, so you stop getting into it with people, because you don't know, because you sleep at home in your own bed. Some people might sleep at home on the floor. They might not have nowhere. They might not have no lights. They might not have any water. They might not even have parents at home. They probably going home to an empty house. You never know what other people are dealing with. So that's why I said, all that going back and forth, people are dealing with some serious things. But I just want us to change that energy that we have so much hatred and hurt towards other people, and help somebody else that's struggling with something. Because I told y'all a long time ago, a lot of people deal with suicide. Suicide was not popular when I was growing up in the 80s and 90s. Suicide was not the thing. If you was doing that, you was really like white or whatever. That's what people would say. Not saying that was but that's what people thought. Because white people only commit suicide. Now it's all colors. It's all ages. They so young because they're getting bullied because of other things. But what I'm saying is, we can change that energy, and we can put something positive into these children. Instead of us being so mad and hurtful and want to get back at each other, let's change that and help these kids. They say, baby, what's wrong? You need a hug. They might not have been hugged in a while. Nobody probably haven't told them that they're pretty. Nobody probably haven't told them that they love them. They probably don't get that at home. So if you're that person that can just pass off that positive energy, you don't know how much you can change their lives. You don't know what you can do for somebody by just being nice to them, just by being positive to them. It does not have to always be about you. And it don't have to always be about money, and you have to make the most money, and we got to do this and we got to do that. No, just say, baby, I don't have a lot, but when I cook, I'll fix you something that you can come by and eat with me and my family. You can come by and when we go to church, I can come pick you up and you can go to church with me. Something of that sort. We don't have to always be on the wrong end. We don't have to always get back at somebody. Let's change this energy. You know how much if all of us, I don't know how many people is on here, but if all of us just grab one person, even these boys too, because they deal with stuff too. But I'm just saying, just grab some of these youth and flip that thing around to where you don't have to take on this anger. And customer service, I told y'all a long time ago, is big for me. I love to see somebody that has excellent customer service. Hey, how are you? Welcome to such and such. Can I take your order? And they get the order and they say, thank you, you have a good day. Is everything correct in your bag? I don't know, whatever they say, but it'll be helpful to them. And you can change those skills around, because most of the time they hire these kids and they just put them out there, and then they just sitting out there, and then when somebody go out, oh, I know she ain't talking, everybody ready to pop off. Let's change that. Okay, next time you take somebody's order, just remember, I know they might not accept it well, but there are some things that we can do. I don't know. I'm just saying, instead of us just having so much anger and so much hurt and so much build up to where we just want to screenshot everything. Hey, Miss Connie. We want to screenshot everything. We want to put everything out. We want to post every little bit of thing that's being said and done. And we can just take these young people and these girls in and change these attitudes. Because I'm telling you, it's almost like you don't want to go and get nothing to eat in the evening time, because everybody having, you just like, I don't want to do that today. I'm not feeling that today, because we have the training for our customer service has just dwindled down. We have lost a lot of customer service skills. A lot of people don't believe that is important. I am one, and I know my sister is. We're big on customer service. We love for people to smile, to be helpful, to know what you're selling, to know what your product is, and not have an attitude like I owe you something. We pulled out from a restaurant before because of that. The young ladies was up there, and she got it, and the girl, instead of her saying, "Which I don't think she hurt you, I do apologize," which she didn't hurt you, and it was just really, really bad. And I said, oh my gosh, and I told my husband, that's okay, because I don't want angry food. I feel like that's gonna be on me, so I'm good. Thank you though. We can just go on. And she was looking at us like we were wrong, and I said, I just don't like that type of atmosphere. I think we need to, instead of just throwing them out there and letting them fill out an application, learn customer service skills, learn your product, learn what you're selling, learn what you're putting out there. Be helpful to your customers, and people will come back again. To me, I can't remember if we went back since then. I think we probably went back once, but it was during the daytime when we went back. But that's important to me. So that's what I'm saying. A lot of times our children are so angry and hurt, and they don't know where to turn. They're just going by what they know, and what they know is what they see. And if somebody don't grab hold of that and change that from them, they're gonna continue that, and they're gonna have kids, and they're gonna have that same issue, and they're gonna have children, they're gonna have that same issue. So that's where we step in at, is those that, now if you already got that problem, or if you ready to pop off, don't do that. Don't be the helpful one. Let me just put that out there. Hey, Mrs. Hey, Sister Beva. you're gonna have to don't put that out there, because I'm just saying, we want our children to grow up to be strong individuals, to be helpful to somebody else, to be positive, and to just pass on that love and support, and they need it from us. And that's why I say everybody can't have that. So if everybody's doing that, we have a more angry world. We have more hurt. We have more disappointment. We have more of the bad side of everything. And that's not what we're trying to put out. We're trying to put out positive stuff. We're trying to help somebody. We're trying to be good. We're trying to serve God. We're trying to promote God. We're trying to put God, what he can do, what we already know he's able to do, and not take any of those things for granted. From the beginning to the end. That's why I said that the petty stuff that we dwell on, we have to let those things go. We have to let those things. I know it might be hard, but you just, like I said, let the Lord deal with it. Sometimes people come back to you and they apologize and say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. That's not the way I interpreted it, whatever. And then sometimes they won't. But you do your part and you just let things go. Sometimes you have to remove yourself for somebody to realize it. Oh, I was wrong. Yeah, it's not, you don't have to dwell on the stuff that if somebody say this is who you are, you don't have to accept that. No, boo, that's not me. Okay? And you move on. You don't have to accept that. Don't let nobody say that this is, and then if it's your family, all of them, they all drug dealers, they all sell drugs, they all do that. You gonna accept that? No, you're not. You gonna change that around and say, I'm not gonna be a product of what my family was. I'm gonna be better. I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna change this. I don't have to be the same statistic that my family was, because everybody else done it in my family. Don't mean that's gonna be me. I'm just speaking in general. I'm not talking about my family, because we good. But I'm just saying, these are things that people have put on you just because your family is known for that. Why do you have to be that individual that's going to carry that on? If it's going to be known for something negative, no, you can be that one that changed that around. You can start up something totally different. You don't have to be the part that they say that you are. Change that. Don't accept it because somebody said that to you. Don't mean that have to be your name. Change those things around. God already has a blessing and he got your name on it. He got your God's Day. I don't know who it was. Hey, Kimmy, I think that's who it is. God's Day. The Lord has already got your name attached to something great. And he just waiting on you to grab it. But this little petty thing that you hold on to, that you screenshot, and you got to post it and you got to share it with everybody and let everybody know the deepest, darkest secret. Let me tell you something. Let me say this before I get out of here. Let me say this. This screenshotting is, I don't know who created that, but they should be a billionaire, okay? Because this is the most out screenshotting world I've ever seen in my life. I see when you go on Facebook, everybody got all this. And I'm like, oh my God. Everybody screenshot everything. And my husband, he just like, I don't even know how to do that. Don't worry about it, baby. Don't even worry about it. But that's not his thing. He's not into all that. But we're so involved in that. Now, let me ask this, and this just me asking. One of my questions was today, how can we can sit down and eat together. We can sit down and go to the park. Our kids can play together. We can do all this. But when it come down to worship, because we're at a different denomination than somebody else from our other family members, that we can't hang out. I mean, we can't worship together. Worshiping together should be the first thing we should be able to do. Even if we can't hang out at the church, or we can't break bread together, we should be able to worship together. And that's where a whole lot of us with now, because you go to a Baptist church, I can't come over there, I can't worship with you because you go to a Baptist church. That ain't what I do. Why do that hold you up? Do you think the Lord is pleased with that? That's just the question I got. I know you can't see my hand. Wait, do you think the Lord is pleased with that? Because we can't worship together? Listen, I'm just asking, because this is for me asking. This is not for a friend. This is my personal question I'm asking. So that's one question I'm asking. And my other question is, why is it that if somebody, you're friends and you cool and everything is fine, y'all don't told each other secrets and y'all know it's a lot about each other or whatever, until something happens, you fall out. Now you don't screenshot all the text messages, you don't posted all the pictures. Now you mad. Now you wasn't mad at me when we was cool. Now one little situation happened. Now we got to tell the world. Why you weren't upset with me then? Now when I was helping you, you weren't upset with me. When I was helping you, you wasn't mad and you weren't screenshotting and posting pictures and you had so much to say. But when I was helping you, now that I changed mine, I don't want to help no more. I don't want to do that anymore. Now you got to post all my business out there. Why is that? Why do we do that? And I'm talking about family, friends, church folks. Everybody do it. Everybody, a lot of them, I'm going to say everybody do it, but a lot of people do that. They heard at you. Now I'm gonna post all your deepest, darkest secret because we ain't friends no more. Because I don't like what you said. Because you're not helping me no more. Now we mad and we want to post all this stuff on Facebook. And we want to post all this on Instagram and Twitter or whatever else we use. We want to do all these things. Why do we do that? So that was my 2 questions. That's my 2 questions. That's it. But I just want us to be kind to one another and not do all this extra stuff. Hey, Kathy, God's Day. I'm gonna read y'all comments when I stop. But yeah, we just want to just make sure that we just not allowing little things to stop us from heaven being our goal. If that's your goal, and it should be everybody's goal, whether, you know, I know a lot of people saying there is no heaven, but I don't want to do all the wrong things and then realize it was one when I leave here and just don't miss out. No, I'm going to serve God until I leave this earth. Whatever day that is. Hey, Lau. How are you, lady? Y'all, I'm about to get off of here. But I want y'all to have a blessed rest of y'all night. I don't know how well this light is gonna do now. Blessed rest of y'all night, and just remember what I said today. I know it was a lot, but I want y'all to that's what my 2 questions was. How are you? You good? Good. That was my 2 questions. Was why is it okay for us to get together for a family event, a baby shower, a funeral, anything like that, but we can't worship together because our denominations are different? Why is that? We should be able to worship together first before we be able to do anything else. Yes, all right. I'm just saying. Make sure. I'm a little close. But we should be able to worship together first, right? Before we start doing anything else. And that's what I'm saying. Denomination shouldn't change on who we worship. We after the same goal, or we worshiping the same God. If that's the common goal, then why does it matter what denomination you're a part of? That's just my question. Maybe I'm looking at it a little bit different, or maybe I see something. I don't know. That's just been my thing. And I'm not asking for a friend, I'm asking for myself. And then my other question is, why do when we're friends and everything is happy-go-lucky, we can tell each other secrets and talk and send pictures and all this other kind of stuff until we have a falling out, and then everybody have to screenshot everything? Well, since she said that about me, I'm gonna say this about we have to screenshot everything and post it on social media and let the world see. Why do we have to do those things when we can just let whatever happened, forgive that person and just move on? We hold on to stuff that we don't even need to be holding on to, and it causes us to miss God. That's taking that that's that distraction we talked about a few weeks ago. That distraction we had, it takes us away, that focus off of God on why we're here to serve Him. That takes that away, and I just don't want us to miss God behind stuff that don't mean any good. That time we taking away from, we can be learning more about God. There's 66 books in the Bible, and we got so many things. My friend, I told y'all she's speaking Saturday at work. She from work, but she's speaking Saturday at the 7 Up program, and she said, I read the entire Bible before, and she definitely has a beautiful testimony. But my thing is this though, with people saying, when she's saying I read the entire thing, and I'm like, wow, that's actually good. You don't know a lot of people that have read the entire Bible, and if they have, it's really good. That's a blessing. But there's always more things to be taught to you. You can learn some more things, and then if you already know everything in the Bible, you can teach somebody else. You can help somebody else learn what you've learned. Help them to understand what you understand. There's some things that we don't know. We don't know everything. We was talking about, Bishop was teaching us about Lot's wife, how that situation came up on why he told Lot and his family to get out of the city. Hey, how are you, God's Day? Well, he was telling them to get out of the city because there was just so much that was going on. And Lot's wife looked back, and so some of the people was asking, what was his wife's name? Nobody knows. So if you want to do some research, I'm not saying somebody actually found out. If they do, y'all tell me who it is, what's her name. But that's what I'm saying. There's things that people don't know anything. So there's other positive things we can take up. Bible study. Learning how many minor prophets, how many major prophets, what are the Psalms in the Bible? What are I forgot my. Do you know all 66 books of the Bible? You know them in order from Genesis to Revelation. Those are things that we learned when we was growing up. These are things that you have, but you don't know everything. So since you don't know everything, this is your opportunity to take those things, those negative energy, and learn about God. Get you closer to heaven, because ain't that your goal? Is it your goal to get closer to heaven, to learn, to know about Him, to be with Him? And if we taking all this extra stuff for granted and just holding on to these petty things that don't mean us no good, how are we focus on God? How are we learning about God? How are we putting Him the forefront of our life? We're not doing that, because we focus on who said, he said, she said, they say, who sleeping with who over there with who came in with who, all that stuff. What is that? It doesn't do us no good to keep up with that. How's that happening? You have to think about it. By me getting involved in this, by me learning about this mess, by me being involved in this foolishness, how's that helping me get closer to God? And if it's not helping you get closer to God, let it go. Let it go. Forget about it. Forget about it. If that's not helping you get closer to God, let it go, because it means you no good. You focus on getting closer to God, learn more about Him, get involved in learning Him, get yourself together about Him, because when that stuff is all said and done, when everybody has so many different things to be involved in and saying, it's going on and on and on. How's that beneficial? That's how I look at it. What's beneficial to you? How's that beneficial to your life? How's that making you grow with Christ? And if it's not helping you grow with Him, let that stuff go. Let it go. It don't mean you any good. I don't care how you want to look at it. Folks want to bring you all the extra. They want to bring you the latest gossip. Before you tell me all this, how is that going to make me get closer to heaven or get to learn more about God? How is that helping me? And if they don't have an answer, let them go too. I bet they start bringing you information you don't want to hear about. Some people don't. I don't care. Some people might not want to hear it. I know. You're telling me I'm on a different total. I used to want to hear all the latest gossip. I used to want to know all this stuff. Okay. Guys say. But everybody wants to know the latest gossip. Excuse me. They want to know everything that was going on. But now that you don't change, you trying to get closer to God. Once you start changing your atmosphere, when they want to bring you that stuff, and you just like, no, I don't want to hear that. Is that supposed to help me get closer to heaven? When you change that, and they just be like, oh, it's not about me being funny. I just want to learn about God, because these people that you telling me about, nobody cares. Like, because I can't do anything about it. You know, as long as it's not hurting your family or putting your family into a different position, then hey, go forth and conquer. But hey, y'all can look at it how you want to. That's just the way I am. You don't dwell on stuff you can't change. I told you that stuff make you sick. You trying to figure out why you got so many heart issues, health issues, headaches, all that kind of stuff, because you trying to bring all this extra stuff that don't mean you no good. If I'm gonna get a headache, let it be about me learning about God. Let it be about me from worshiping God, from because I did Sunday. Oh, I was so hot and so. Listen, I'm about to tell y'all about that another time, but it was all worth it because it was about God. But I'm gonna get off of here, y'all. I'm gonna talk to y'all in the morning. I'm gonna read these comments when I settle down. And how can two walk together unless they agree? Come on. I'm gonna read these comments and reply. And because it's time for me to go in. And I want y'all to have a great rest of y'all night. I am I was trying to lighten this up. Let me see. I don't think I can. Yep, that's not gonna help me. Yeah, it's helping me a little bit. It's not doing much. But I'm gonna talk to y'all tomorrow. I want y'all to have a great rest of y'all night. Remember, God loves you, I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Bye.